Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys have massive Rico Dowdle decision to make in the offseason. The 2024 season will undoubtedly be a forgettable one for the Cowboys. Having faced a myriad of disappointments and setbacks throughout the season, the organization is likely relieved that this underwhelming season is coming to an end. Although this season was just one big disappointment after another, there was one bright spot in this bleak season: the emergence of the team's running back, Rico Dowdle, who has suddenly transformed into one of the most promising backs in the league. Going into the season, the running back position was by far the biggest question on the Cowboys' depth chart. Without a proven running back on the roster, the front office made the shockingly incompetent decision to bring back Ezekiel Elliott, who had been a far cry from the running back he once was during his prime through his first stint in Dallas. It was no surprise to anybody that bringing back Elliott did not turn out the way Jerry Jones or the rest of the Cowboys' front office imagined it would. Elliott had a very underwhelming 2024 campaign, as he only rushed for 226 yards through 74 carries. Elliott's reunion with the Cowboys ended unceremoniously when he was released from the team earlier this week. While Elliott's season was a disappointment, to say the least, another member of the Cowboys' running back unit made up for Elliott's poor performance and gave the Cowboys' offense a sliver of hope through this desolate season. Rico Dowdle, who came to the scene after being near the bottom of the depth chart for the past season, quickly proved himself as one of the most efficient backs in the league. While Dowdle started the season slowly, he quickly rose to the occasion when given the opportunity and rushed for over 100 yards in numerous games through the second half of the season. This past Sunday against the Eagles, Dowdle had his fourth 100-yard game, which put him over 1,000 yards for the first time in his young career. Since Dowdle has quickly become one of the most imposing members of the Cowboys' offense, the question becomes whether or not Dowdle will remain with the team once this season concludes. Dowdle is in the final year of his contract with the Cowboys, and the Cowboys' front office has already expressed multiple times that they are looking to be frugal this offseason. With the Cowboys currently financially handcuffed and forced to deal with multiple roster gaps this offseason, Dowdle is in real jeopardy of already having played his final game in Dallas. It would be quite disappointing to see Dowdle go, as he has put up one of the most impressive seasons in recent memory as a Cowboys running back. Losing the talented rusher could set the Cowboys' offense even further back, which is quite concerning given how one-dimensional the team's offense already appeared to be this season. If Dowdle does not remain with the Cowboys going forward, it will be a shame to see the team lose out on another talented player due to financial restrictions and poor cap space management. That has, unfortunately, become somewhat of a recurring theme for the franchise. Just this past offseason, the Cowboys were forced to lose out on premier running back Tony Pollard, and prior to that, standout tight end Dalton Schultz left the organization due to their inability to pay them for what they were worth. While all teams are forced to lose valuable players due to the cost of doing business, it seems the Cowboys are forced to lose promising players far more frequently than most other teams. Rico Dowdle could soon join the ever-growing list of talented Cowboys who are leaving the organization due to poor money moves made by Jerry Jones and the rest of the front office. Dowdle potentially leaving the Cowboys is a tough pill for fans to swallow, but it is the unfortunate reality that comes with being a Cowboys fan. It is another blunt reminder that the organization will continue to suffer with Jerry Jones as the team's general manager, and the roster will continue to be mismanaged as long as Jones is instrumental in making football decisions for the organization. Former Cowboys great reveals he could retire this offseason. The Cowboys are turning the page to the offseason along with most of the other teams in the NFL, and one legendary former Dallas player is apparently considering retirement. Jets LT Tyron Smith, who spent the first 13 seasons of a career with the Cowboys, told reporters that he needed to decide within the next couple of weeks. He's been limited in each of the last 5 years due to various injuries, though is widely regarded as one of the best of his generation. A 5-time All-Pro and 8-time Pro Bowler, Smith set the standard for left tackle play. This was his first year in New York and the team struggled though, adding weight to the decision for the pending free agent. Despite dealing with a nagging neck issue, Smith still ranked as the 30th best tackle out of 141 qualified players in Pro Football Focus database. He was a second-team All-Pro in 2023, clearly showing that he still has the ability to perform at a high level when healthy. That said, he's 34 years old and has only played 40 games in the last 5 seasons. If he doesn't want to put further strain on his body, no one could blame him. Originally a first-round pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, Smith was one of the most dominant Cowboys players of the last 20 years. He'll always be fondly remembered in Dallas, and who knows, perhaps he could find himself on a contending team. Plenty of offensive lines have issues at left tackle, and few are as accomplished as Smith. He'll have a lot to decide and will evaluate all of his options. Should he choose to retire, he has a fantastic Hall of Fame case, and winning a Super Bowl may push him over the top. Either way, Smith is one of the greatest players in franchise history and a true representation of the Cowboys. Cowboys Micah Parsons pushes trade for disgruntled $90 million star. One thing the Cowboys need, and the list of needs is a long one, this offseason is to address a lack of playmakers outside of star receiver CeeDee Lamb. It just so happens that one of the best in the NFL could be available in the coming weeks, and it so happens that Dallas star Micah Parsons is a big fan. The player is Dolphins star Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest players in the NFL, and apparently one of the unhappiest. That could be good news for the Cowboys. Speaking after the Dolphins' season ended in a disappointing loss on Sunday, Hill told reporters he wants out of Miami. "There's a lot of things that I need to reassess about my career," Hill told reporters. "I just gotta do what's best for me and my family, whether that's here or wherever the case may be. I'm finna open that door for myself. I'm out, bro. It was great playing here, but at the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for my career. I'm too much of a competitor to be just out there." Hill is 30 and has made the Pro Bowl in his first 8 seasons. But he is coming off a down season in which he caught 81 passes for 959 yards. That is likely because of the injuries suffered by quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, but other factors, like Hill's advancing age and defense's adjustments to coach Mike McDaniel's offense, may have been at fault, too. Still, Hill is 1 year removed from leading the NFL in yardage, at 1,799, and in touchdowns, at 13. And Parsons has taken notice. On Monday, he posted a message on Twitter/X to Hill, clearly recruiting Hill to seek a trade to the Cowboys. "At Cheetah, we can be the fastest duo in the league. We also don't have state income taxes." The obstacle to acquiring Hill, though, even if he wanted a trade to Dallas and even if Cowboys owner Jerry Jones were willing to make a deal for him, is his salary. Hill is entering the second year of a 3-year, $90 million extension, which will pay him more than $28 million next season. The third year of his contract is worth $52 million, but there is an out clause that would leave a dead cap hit of more than $15 million. And, importantly, the Cowboys have very little salary cap wiggle room available. They could create some, coincidentally, if they tear up the 5th-year option on Parsons' contract and re-sign him to an extension that reduces his short-term payout. Parsons said on Sunday he would be open to structuring his contract to give the Cowboys flexibility. "I don't want to hold anybody up," Parsons told reporters. "I want to see some of these free agents back in this locker room. We have a great opportunity. I want to see change. I want to see players here. I want to be as aggressive as we can be. I don't want to be a headache to nobody." And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Tyreek Hill? Leave your opinion in the comments.